Hey everybody, today is the day for the visual people of the world. Woohoo! Pinterest, we're talking Pinterest today. And yes, it is a new one on the scene. They had a big media blitz recently, and it rocketed right up to the third most popular site behind Facebook and Twitter. So there's a lot of people on there, and a lot of people think it's really girly because a lot of the first members of Pinterest are, sort of like DIYers and chefs and recipe people and people who knit stuff and all that kind of stuff, hobbyists and everything. So I want to talk just a little bit about Pinterest is great for visually driven brands. If you have a product, it is now becoming more for service people, but it really started based on a visually driven brand. Cupcakes, recipes. It is like an amazing place to show pictures of your products, crafts, foods, beverages, recipes, photographs. It's for artists, it's for designers. It's a great place to showcase your work. Videographers, very much so. I think it's a terrific location. You can also search for people based on location, so it does have a local aspect to it. This is a great place to find people based on interests, just sort of like Twitter is when you can search for people who are interested in tarot or astrology or whatever. Pinterest also has that capability. So Pinterest has, like Twitter, the capability of driving leads, people, new customers, brand new people that you don't even know about to your website. This is the reason for Pinterest, okay? So let's start talking about how you can best use Pinterest for your brand. Okay, so to get started using Pinterest, first of all, you need to define your category of what you're going to be pinning. What are your pictures that you're going to actually put up there? Now, I have on my little phone here, I went through my own Pinterest categories, and I like health and fitness. I like DIY projects, art, crafts, which could be separate from DIY, like people who knit or whatever, that just could fall very specifically under something else. Okay, so if you're a photographer, any kind of photographer, nature photographer, portrait photographer, anything of those nature, this is a place where you could showcase your work. Dogs and cats, animals. I have a good friend who works for the ASPCA, and she wants to get all the pictures of all the animals up on Pinterest so that people can drive to websites to find these animals, and you get the idea. It's a social media outlet for all different kinds of things, and for whatever kind of cause you have. I know I have a specific cause for finding great shoes, specifically summer shoes. In the wintertime, boots, it's not rocket science. In the summer, however, I'm always looking for really cool shoes. So shoes is one of mine. Design, food and drink. My mom was a chef, so I'm really into new recipes and finding great things that other people will share with me. Good guacamole recipes I'm always looking for. So if you have one, send one to me, okay? Gardening is a huge one for Pinterest. You can showcase your beautiful gardens. You can, if you're somebody who is a master gardener, this is a great place for you to show your home, show the gardens that you've done, show that the landscape architects or any of those people who do work and then want to show it. I have a friend who's a master carpenter. Perfect place for him to showcase his work. Quotes or tattoos, really the list is endless. It's about having a visually driven brand, okay? And so any way for you to visualize what you do is how you use Pinterest. Very soon, Pinterest is going to start allowing people to upload video. So I'm very interested in that because that's a way for me to help showcase my clients. One of my favorite uses for Pinterest is like the DIY crowd. It's the advice, the how-to. Pinterest is a great way to connect with people who are looking for your advice. For example, I have several tarot masters that work with me for me to help them market their craft. And they, each one of them has designed a tarot a deck, or they have books, or they have something along those lines, and they can visualize their advice. So we use Pinterest for that reason. The goal is I want to drive more leads. I want to drive people to my website. And people are visual. I just have a very good example recently of putting up some pictures on my Facebook page of a fire that happened down the street from one of my clients, and they were all thinking it was the client's place caught on fire. People don't read. They infer. Okay, so they look at pictures and they go, oh my God, it must be your client. It wasn't. It was right down the street. So if you needed any more evidence that people just don't read anymore, this is why video and pictures are becoming such an important thing, which is really why Pinterest was invented. Okay, to connect us all visually. That is their goal. They want to connect the world through our interests visually. Okay, so start thinking about how you can visualize your work and how you can connect with people who may be looking for your expertise. Pinterest.